Well, hi, how's everybody doing? I'm not doing too bad today. I ended up getting a new Galaxy S9. It was a reconditioned or second-hand phone, which is pretty good. Pretty good fun with it so far. It's working pretty well. I've just been mucking around and putting all my services and everything else on it, which I did that yesterday, day before, and I've pretty much just one more service I've got to sign into, which I will do that later. So for the most part, everything seems to be working on it. That's fantastic. It's a little bit scratched up on the front, and it's got a couple of scuff marks on the aluminium, but nothing really bad. I ended up getting a new case for it as well. I had to get a new case. Case was about $8.95, so I got that today. That was awesome. I got the new case. I've ended up chucking the packet it came in. It was like a little plastic, packet that you carry around and shit. So yeah, that's alright. Awesome phone though. Good experience so far. I'm just charging it at the moment. So, I'm also selling my Galaxy S8 at the moment. I'm in the process of selling it. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just more, upgraded. So yeah, it's more the reason I'm getting rid of it, or I'm selling it. Comes with a power supply. I'm going to put a power supply with it with a cable. So I'm going to put a power supply with the cable and everything else. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to put a headset with it as well. I've got a couple of different headsets, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to initially. I may go with the customer a choice or something. I've also got this headset that I actually got with my with my new phone. So I've also got another headset there as well. I've got like 2 or 3 headsets there, basically. It's freaking shocking. So yeah. I got a new fitness watch as well, which is working fantastically so far. Not too bad overall. The only annoying part is that when I ordered it, I didn't realise it didn't have blood pressure monitoring, so it's kind of annoying. But it's a pretty good smartwatch. Oh my fucking god! The focus on this camera is shocking. What the fuck? Is the autofocus not on this? Because it doesn't seem to want to focus too much. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much the watch anyway. It's a Kogan watch, as you can see, and it's pretty cool. I find it fascinating so far. It's supposed to have a better battery life than my previous watch, but I'm keeping my previous watch because it monitors blood pressure and everything else. I might end up getting another one that does do blood pressure as well, but this one wasn't too bad. It does pulse rate, and it controls your what else? It controls your, so it checks your heart rate. It does a relaxed calming thing. It's got an alarm. It's got a sports mode. It's got a music controller, a timer, some settings, sports records if you want them. It's got a phone finder. It's got a little torchlight thing. It's got a battery eco saver mode. It's got a night mode, or a D&D mode, or a do not disturb mode. Then it's got basically, steps and stuff and things like that. It gives you email notifications and everything else and things like that. So this watch, great watch, by the way. It does do a very good job. It monitors your blood pressure, your pulse rate, and your oxygenation level in your blood. It's fantastic for that. But the most annoying part that I'm finding with this is that the battery life isn't as much as I would think it would be with something like this. I'd like to at least be like at 15 days or something, which is actually what this watch is. It's like 15 days or something to that effect. I think it's like 15, yeah. I think they said like 15 days. So yeah. It's just kind of annoying that the battery life wasn't as good on this one. So I'm just wearing two watches on both hands anyway for now, because this just monitors your pulse rate and everything else and stuff and things like that. So yeah, I just double check myself and just make sure I'm okay. But I mean, I'm doing okay anyway. My health has been pretty good, so yeah. The other thing that I ended up getting, so this is the original shitty selfie stick that I got, which it's just a useless piece of shit. It's awful. It's just awful to use. Like yeah, it's long, but it's just awful. It's not designed to work very well at all. It's really annoying. It's just, yeah, it's terrible. And on top of that, the tripod part of it broke. Like, the tripod part literally broke when I tried to use it. So, fuck it. It's just no good for what I want it for, so I bought another one for $29, and I'm waiting for that to arrive now. That's actually better quality than this That one is going to be better quality than this one. But this one cost me, it was $9.95, but I got it for $4.95, so I actually got what I paid for technically, because it's just a bit of aluminium with a fucking selfie button, and that's about fucking it. Now, this is something I'm going to be mounting my camera on. I got this online again, but for $16. It is supposed to be meant for a GoPro, but it will actually support a camera at the same time. So I need to get a mounting, there's a little mounting bracket thing that you screw in here. And it goes right in here, goes at the top, and you can mount a normal camera, like a normal digital SLR to the top of it. So that's something I'm going to be doing. So that is going to be something that I'm going to be doing, is getting that little $3 adapter there. It's only $3, so I'm like, that's awesomely cheap. And just look at the quality of this. Look at the quality of this in comparison to that other one. Much better. Just in and out, pretty straight. Not just that, it's got a tripod part, and the tripod part's just like this. Unless you literally land on it like badly, that's the only way that you're going to actually fuck it up and actually break it. That's probably the only way you're going to do it. It's designed to be a tripod at the same time. Now, this cost me $14.95. It was $16.95, but I got it on special for $14.95, and I do not regret buying this at all. This is awesome for $14. I'm pretty impressed with it, actually. I'm pretty impressed with how it looks. It also will fit a GoPro as well. So just that's a note to anybody, it will fit a GoPro. Now, this piece of shit, on the other hand, which is supposed to mount a phone, is just fucking awful. It's got one of these, so that's fine. I mean, this bracket system seems okay, but the whole fucking thing is just, it's ill-designed, ill-conceived. It's just bullshit. It doesn't work properly. It's sort of just, yeah, it's good for basic stuff, and that's about it. It won't do much else, really. It won't do anything really fancy. And it's just this piece of shit. Like, literally the bottom broke off, so I just fucking chucked the bottom. I just chucked the parts away because I couldn't be bothered. I just wanted this part of it, just in case I ran out of my main selfie stick or something broke, which I don't think it is going to, because it's actually aluminium. It's proper galvanized, like special galvanized and what do they say? Atomatics or atomized or something like that. It's like a really good aluminium that they use. So I mean, this is aluminium, but this is just cheap shitty aluminium, as you can see. And it's got a little selfie button. That's good. So if I want to take a photo and stuff with my phone, I can do that. I can sync this button to my phone, and that's fine. That's awesome. I can do that. And that's great for having a selfie button if I want to take a photo. But, yeah. Fucking, yeah. Don't buy cheap shit like this. Buy something at least a little bit more expensive that's got, you know, this option, not just that option, but it's got this option, and it looks like this. This is awesome. Look at this. Look at this thing. This is marvelous. And then it folds back up into a selfie stick, right? And you can hold it like that. I don't think it's, I don't know, I think it should be okay for my camera. My camera is not overly heavy, but it's not overly light either. So, I'll see how it feels once I do it and muck around with it anyway. So yeah, fucking, yeah, just wow. So yeah, definitely this is going to be used for my camera. I'm going to be using this for my camera as sort of a way of just taking photos and selfies and stuff and things like that. This, on the other hand, I don't know if I might use it, I might not use it, but I know for a fact that the new one I'm getting it's fully aluminium. It's got a very extendable height on it. It's got a tripod at the same time as well. And it was $29. It was much more expensive. But I think I chose the right option by going that way. So those are a few of the things that I picked up in the last few days. Just in a few things I wanted to buy for myself. I thought, fuck it, I'll treat myself, you know, even though it's probably going to leave me a little bit broke at this point in time. I thought, fuck it, I'm going to treat myself, I'm going to get a few things for myself, and fuck it. So, this watch has been working pretty well. I tested it in the it's waterproof to 5 AMs. Which I think is like 50 meters or something like that. Or it's supposed to be like you're supposed to be able to take it swimming or something. So I think this one is actually waterproof much more than this one. This one is waterproof, but it's only waterproof for like showering and stuff and basic stuff like showering. That's about it. You won't get away with much more than showering in this. It might actually stuff up if you try to take it swimming, realistically. This, on the other hand, won't. It's designed not to stuff up when you take it swimming. Because I'm pretty sure I looked on the website and it's actually on the Kogan website and it actually said it was 5 ATMs, I think it is. Yeah. So yeah, it's like I said, I've just been rocking around with all this different stuff and everything else. It's just amazing. This is not bad. You can take this in the shower, by the way, and it does monitor your blood pressure, pulse rates, and oxygenation levels of your blood. So that's a plus side. So if you want to pick up one of those, no, Dad. If you want to pick up one of these Kogan-based, there's probably the model numbers on the back, but you can't really see it. My point is, there's a model number on the back, but this one I picked up, and it's quite nice. It's called the Wellness. I think they call it Wellness Active Tracker or something like that, or something on the website. This one is called. So this is called the Active Smartwatch. So this is the Active Smartwatch by Kogan. Alright? So yeah, this is the Active Smartwatch. As you can see, I got a notification on there. Alright? The other one was... shit. There it is. The Pulse Plus Wellbeing Tracker by Kogan. So yeah, the Pulse Plus Wellbeing Tracker by Kogan. So yeah, that's what that is. That is the Pulse Plus Wellbeing Tracker by Kogan. So if you want to check those two out, and definitely feel free to have a look around and see if you can get your hands on those, because they're both really... The only thing with this product, the only thing with the Wellness Tracker, or the Pulse Plus Wellness Tracker, is that the battery is not very... It doesn't last very long. Now, if you want to charge this, you plug it in via USB, like that. It's got a little USB port thing on the bottom of it. And then you put the band back on to do that. Now, the other one charges via USB cable with little prongs that lock into the watch itself. Now, the only thing with that is you may have to take the band off, because the band you can take the band off this. It's possible to take the band off it. I'm just trying to figure out if it's possible to clip this on here. Yeah, it's possible to clip it on there like that with the band on there, so you can just leave the band on there. It's not a problem. I wasn't sure if you had to take the band off or not, but apparently you don't have to take the band off. So it just clips on the watch like that. It's got little contact points on the back, and it charges the device. You just plug it into the USB via USB cable, USB 2.0, 3.0, whatever. So yeah, you just plug that in via there, and Bob's your uncle. There you go. So yeah, and then it unclips. It's just as easily as it comes on. So yeah, fantastic, really. I'm pretty impressed with the Kogan stuff so far. Like all the stuff that I've used. I may end up getting some more fitness bands to have a look and see what they're like. There's different types of fitness bands out there, and there's a sports one as well. That's a little bit more expensive. And it's got GPS and everything else too, so I can track back your GPS and everything else, and tells you coordinates of where you are and stuff like that. This device is great. I've not had any problems with it. I don't think that comes out. It does come out. Okay, it does come out. That side does come out as well, but there's no actual USB prong on that side. It's just a blank thing. It looks like USB. So yeah, but that one comes out pretty easily like that. The band comes off. You just plug it into your USB. So it's pretty piss easy to get out and pretty piss easy to effectively charge it and stuff and things like that. It's not that hard. Yeah, look, I'm having pretty good experiences with the Kogan stuff so far. All the Kogan stuff that I've been using has been, like, the products, like, the next thing I may actually have a go at is, like, a monitor or something like that. If I get a new monitor for my computer. Just because, I think it'd be beneficial for me to get a new monitor at some point, and I'd probably get something like a Kogan-based 75 hertz monitor or something like that. That's actually naturally at 75 hertz. So yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, so far I'm pretty fascinated with most of this technology, and not just that, but the selfie stick stuff as well, because I want to get a selfie stick that actually works properly. And the first selfie stick I bought was a pile of fucking shit. Now, mind you, I only paid like $4.95 for it. I regret paying $4.95 for it, to be honest. I paid $4.95 because I had a $5 voucher off it. It would have been $10 otherwise. It would have been $10 otherwise. So unfortunately, that's going to happen. But from what I could tell so far, buying something with that's a little more pricey is okay. It's okay for going for something for a little bit that's a little bit more expensive, because you get the you get the quality out of it. I mean, if these two are any example of each other, which the bloody tripod part of this broke off, literally the time I tried to use it. The only thing worth anything on this is probably the selfie button, and that's about fucking it. This, on the other hand, is worth every fucking dime. Every fucking $14 payment I freaking spend on this, which is $14.95, it's worth it. It's got a little tripod part, it bends out, does all this stuff, and it looks good, you know? So I'll be honest, I'm kind of reluctant to spend money on crappy stuff. All the Kogan stuff I've had a good experience with. Every Kogan item that I've bought so far, including a Kogan air conditioner, have worked quite well. The only thing is my nephew lost a little tab off the condenser part of it, so unfortunately when it comes to condenser part of it, it doesn't work properly. But yeah, it's just fucking shitting me, to be honest. It kind of gave me the shits, to be truthful. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck, you know? What the hell is going on here? Like, because I couldn't work it out. Well, when I think my nephew was over here a long time ago, and I didn't realize he lost the little cap. And the air conditioner was constantly leaking out. Now, if that cap's there, it doesn't leak out. It's just more of a pain in the ass to empty out sometimes. Not always, it can be, depending on how you empty it out. So I'm pretty happy with the Kogan stuff. I've had a Kogan air conditioner, I've had 2 Kogan fitness bands, and they've both been pretty good. So far a pretty positive experience with the Kogan smartwatch, active smartwatch. It gives me more notification, and it's got a bigger screen than my little fitness band, so it tells you more stuff. Adjusting it. I don't want it that dark. There we go, that's better. So yeah, I've had a pretty good experience. I retuned my camera. I dusted out 2 of my desktop computers. My computer, my dad's computer, no, 3 of them. So my dad's computer, my workbench computer, and I also worked out why I was getting a blue screen as well. It was a webcam driver that was on my out on my workbench computer. That's the reason I couldn't stream out there. Now it's pretty good though. I also bought a new wireless router from D-Link a while back for my NBN, which has helped it a lot in the sense of speeds and not dropping frames and stuff. But it also helped that I dusted my system out as well. So I'm pretty impressed with most of the stuff I've been buying recently. The S9 Plus, I'm pretty impressed with. Pretty good. The S8 Plus, I'm pretty impressed with the battery life. I'm pretty impressed with the performance most of the time. The only thing is, I think I needed a little bit more RAM because I run a lot of apps in the background. Not everybody does run a lot of apps in the background with this type of phone. It comes with 4 gigabytes. The S8, the S9 comes with 9 gigabytes. So I was like, that's awesome. That'll work for me. Sorry, not 9 gigabytes. What am I saying? 6 gigabytes. So the S9 comes with 6 gigabytes, and the S8 comes with 4 gigabytes. So yeah, there's a couple of extra things that the S8 comes with, that the S9 comes with as well. There's like an extra camera lens, stuff like that for taking certain shots. Now, the other thing that I picked up as well is this. So if anybody's wondering, I picked myself up a AC NUMIMO Wi-Fi gigabyte router. So this is a D-Link, and the model number is a DIR 878. So I picked this up a while back. Marvelous so far. I haven't had any major issues with speed. I think the last time I did a speed test it was pretty fast. Occasionally I have had to reboot it, but I've had the same experience with my other router, having to occasionally reboot it for particular reasons, or just because my ISP is stuffing up or whatever. So let me just run a speed test on my wireless. And see what I'm getting at the moment. Because I have been getting pretty good speeds on my wireless most of the time now. Not just that, my wireless has been a bit more stable as well. So yeah, I'm actually getting good speeds at the moment. Just wait for it to finish the test. So yeah. Alright, so these are the speeds that I'm getting out of it at the moment. And they're stable. They're very stable. They're not... I've had fluctuations before where my speeds were up and down. So you probably can't see that. Let me just put my phone screen up a bit closer. It's not going to focus. See, this is the fucking problem. I mean, I realise I need to get a new digital SLR at some point, but I need something that with a really good focus on it, because especially when you're doing stuff... Yeah, there we go, that's better. And the fucking screen turned off. Fuck yeah. There. So that is actually pretty good speed considering. It's 83.4 megabits per second and 41.1 megabits per second, and my speed should be 100 up and 40 down. 40 up and 100 down. So yeah, that's my speed at the moment anyway. So yeah, that should be pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with the speeds of the router. I haven't had any major lag issues. I've been able to stream when I want to stream. It's been pretty... I've been pretty happy medium with most of this stuff. Is there anything else that I've got new that's really... There's not really a massive amount of stuff that I've got new at the moment, but I reset a few things on some of my cameras and stuff, and other stuff that I was using just to make things a little bit better and stuff. Sorry, this is a cable tester, and I've got a cable connecting it, obviously. So I'm just going to maybe... I'll put that over there. Yeah, that's just a cable. That's my cable tester. I was testing Ethernet cables and stuff. So, pretty good. So, my case, by the way, is for sale for $420 at the moment. Considering that I paid $449 when I bought it. I might have paid a little bit less, maybe $439. So I get about $420 back, I'm hoping, to sort of get some resale on it. It's got a case, comes with a case, so as you can see it's got a case on it. And it's a clear case, which I thought was pretty good. So is the other case on my other one's clear too. So I got a case, I got some headphones with it, I got a USB cable, and I got a power supply with it as well. So people can charge it if they want to. Things like that. So yeah. Aside from that, things have been pretty good. Things have been fantastic lately. I have been going to the gym, getting myself a little bit lately by not going to the gym as much as I usually do. I have been going twice a week, and I start back at yoga next week because I've been going for like weeks now, like fucking Jesus, maybe almost 10 weeks or whatever, in a row or more. I've been going to yoga on a regular basis. I've been doing yoga. I've been doing some activity stuff during the week on a Wednesday, so to get myself out of the house and just focus on things. So I've been playing pool. I've been playing bingo. I've been going to museums and stuff and doing tours and shit like that and stuff like that, just to clear my head and get myself into perspective, really. Aside from that, what else have I been doing with my life? I've been exercising more, definitely. I've been walking my dog on a regular basis. Walking my dog on a regular basis, doing the gym at least twice a week, if I can help it. And I've got some items up on eBay as well at the moment as well. It's keeping me pretty much afloat with some things, especially paying for certain stuff. Business has been a little bit slow. I've also rewritten all the grammar and stuff and all the spelling. Like some of the spelling and grammar. Well, the spelling wasn't so much an issue, it was just the grammar. So I got somebody to go through and help me correct all my stuff on my website, so it looks a lot better now. There's a lot more spelling and grammar stuff going through it. It looks a lot better, it sounds a lot better, it comes off a lot better, the pricing is more clear, things are more clear cut, nothing is too complex. I simplify all my Gumtree ads as much as I possibly could, and I just made it abundantly clear what was going on, what was good and what was bad, and I wasn't repeating myself either. I noticed a lot of my stuff was very wordy, so I got somebody to go through and just correct a lot of it for me and everything else. So that's fantastic, really. There's actually a family member of mine. It was my nephew actually who helped me with that. Kudos to my nephew, by the way, for helping me with that. That's a fantastic job he did. But yeah, aside from that, I just gone through, corrected all the wording. I corrected all the stuff on my website, added some extra stuff to my website, took some stuff off my website that I think wasn't relevant. Still left my social media links up there, updated some of my social media links at the same time to include my Mixer and include the other services that I'm on and everything else and stuff like that. And yeah, just basic stuff like that. So yeah, it was pretty good. Aside from that, yeah, just basically, yeah, pretty much doing that, really. So what else? That's pretty much what I've been doing lately. Just a lot of that stuff. Bit of self-correction, bit of research into stuff that I should be doing properly and the proper way I should be doing it. I guess looking at it, getting people to look at my stuff from a third-person perspective, just getting people to look at it and tell me and give me judgments on what they think about it. And it's kind of like, that could be less wordy, like less wordy and have less words, that are sort of crap, to begin with. Not just crap, but like just stuff that's more relevant to the stuff that you do, sort of thing. So yeah. What else? So I'm just putting these two watches back on. So I'm wearing two watches, by the way. I'm wearing two smart watches. So yeah. Aside from that, I got this little gem, which I'm happy that I got that, because not just that, but it says riveted on both ends. So that's actually something that other one isn't. This is only riveted on one area, which is the middle. You can see that, but there we go. Actually see it, but there's like a rivet. There's a fold in the middle. And the problem is this one only has one fold. It doesn't have two folds on either side. And the problem with that is it doesn't make for a very good selfie stick, because it kind of it moves. It's not adjustable. It's not locked into place like the other ones. So like that other one that I've got. So yeah. I'm still going to keep the selfie button because I like the selfie button. It's a little Bluetooth button. You just turn it on and off. I'm still going to keep the stick just in case I don't have a stick one day and I need an emergency sort of crappy backup stick. So I'm going to keep it anyway, but yeah, I didn't chuck the entire thing out. I didn't chuck the tripod part out because it was just completely fucked. Aside from that, I'm waiting for my current one to arrive. Once it arrives in the mail, then I should also be doing a review on that as well. Or hopefully. We'll see how it goes. I most likely I will. The good thing about the new one is, with this one you have to hold your phone like a widescreen. It has to do a widescreen thing, so it's like the phone just goes across like that. It's like a widescreen view. With the other one, it rotates. So what happens is that this part that holds your phone actually rotates. So you can adjust it. You can rotate it that way or that way. You can rotate it straight or on its side. So yeah, basically, it's much easier to work with, sort of thing. So yeah. So yeah. Pretty much at this point, I've just been mucking around with that and trying to get that selfie stuff going. So I've got a selfie stick or something to carry around when I'm doing stuff and everything else, especially when I'm doing videos in the garage or the workshop or whatever. I mean, I do have stuff I do in the workshop anyway, but I also reformatted my workbench computer recently and redid some stuff on it. I had to put some stuff back on all the software and everything else, and then I got all the software working properly, so it doesn't blue screen anymore. And yeah, it only had one blue screen, but I think it was a weird ass blue screen. I don't know why it came up, but it was kind of weird. I don't know why it ended up cropping up in the middle of the situation, but I'm not worried about it. It's only ever happened once or twice when it does happen, and I don't think it's a serious issue, to be honest. But I mean, it is old architecture, so it's to be expected. I'm hoping in the future for future upgrades that I really want to go for is I want to get a 12 core or a 16 core. Now the problem with the 16 core and the 12 core, as I can get a 12 core, and I was thinking about 12 core and using my old motherboard. My old motherboard will support that processor, but it's the fact that it won't. If I really want the proper support, I have to move up to a new motherboard. So I probably have to get a new motherboard and a new CPU at the same time. So realistically, that'd be what I'd be looking for at some point. But ultimately, I just really like to get a 12 core, to be honest. At this point. Which there are a few around, so we'll see what happens anyway. Aside from that, it's just been keeping myself busy. I'm selling this phone. I'm still selling stuff on eBay as well. I still have my Discord server open and everything else. My Patreon's still open if people want to contribute to my Patreon. My donation links are always open as well. If anybody's interested in the stuff I'm selling, you can always check that out as well. But yeah, just keeping myself going, basically. And not just that, but feeling pretty good in the process. So yeah, that's the main thing. I'm kind of. I've got a psychologist appointment tomorrow. This is just like an assessment thing for the psychologist to assess me on certain levels, and then I got my therapist. My therapist is just a regular person I see. My therapist is somebody I see regularly, like a counsellor type person. I talk shit out with them. And there's other things like friend assessment stuff I'm doing anyway. What else? Yeah, so, yeah, I'm pretty much, just chilling, doing my normal stuff, living my life as much as I can, and, yeah, I still have a bit of a drinking issue, I still have a bit of a smoking issue. I'm working on the smoking at the moment. I'm working on it. It's not quite working out the way I expect, but I'm working on it. It's getting there. I've come a long way. I've really come a long way because there's a little while ago that I got tagged into hospital. I got put in hospital for psychosis. So yeah, I've come a long way from there. I've come a long way from that situation. I'm getting out a lot more, I'm doing the gym, I'm exercising more. I'm feeling better about myself at the same time. I'm feeling like I'm contributing something and I'm helping people at the same time. But yeah, I'm feeling happy. For the most part. I mean, there's going to be miserable, shitty days where I have the shits. I just don't feel like dealing with anybody. But there's definitely those days where I feel fantastically on top of the world. I feel abundantly full of energy. I feel like I can conquer the entire world, you know? There's definitely those days where I feel like absolute shit. I've kind of I've been not giving into peer pressure as much now when I do streams. Not lately, anyway. Lately, I've been giving into less peer pressure when I do streams, because I was sort of going with people's flow and just like people getting me to do shit and just like stupid stuff on stream. And I was drunk anyway, but that was my own fault. It was partly my own fault, but it was also the fact that I do have some self-confidence issues to begin with. And I know I do have them. And I've worked on those self-confidence issues, and I've come a long way with them. I've come a very long way. That's my honest truth. And I've come far enough that I can say that I'm a lot more confident in my ability to suppress the need to give in to peer pressure in certain situations. So, you know, that's the main thing. But yeah, I'm feeling good, which is the main thing. You can have those shitty days though, you're gonna get those. But I don't know. It's just been getting over, I guess, the initial thing of coming out of hospital. I mean, it's been probably almost a year or two now since I've been out of hospital, and I'm focusing and coping very well. I still smoke weed, I still smoke, I still drink, but I've come a long way from just making myself more aware of what's going on with people, you know. I'm just feeling a lot better about things. That's my honest truth. I'm feeling a lot better about things. I'm just feeling more focused on what my future, mate. What will lie in my future. I've also been studying my license test a lot more as well. No, I've still not got my license, if anybody's wondering, but I'm in the process of getting it. It's just the fact that I have to pay. I have to pay like I think $100 and something, $191 to get back into the test anyway initially. So I might have to pay another $191. I don't know whether I will or not. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. But we'll see what happens anyway. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. That's the main thing. Um, I'm not always on top of the world though. I'm not always on top of the world, chipper and happy all the time. But I'm definitely more relaxed. I definitely take a more relaxed tone to things. I recently started back on my antidepressants because I'd stopped taking them for a while because I didn't feel I needed them. But I do feel I need something in my life just to balance me out a bit, just because of how my brain goes around and scatters itself around with different things I do. But yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. So I'm going to leave it there anyway. Please feel free to tune into my YouTube channel. Check out my other YouTube channel, my Mixer channel included. I do game, I do stuff and everything else. I muck around with the computers, I rebuild stuff. Also, I recently got a gaming laptop that I'm going to probably have a bit of a look at as well. Show people that a bit more extensively and what I ended up getting from my gaming PC. So yeah, or my gaming laptop anyway, for work and everything else. So yeah, it's a gaming laptop, but it's also designed to be a work laptop as well. So yeah, alright, catch ya.